Alright guys, I finished the Final Fantasy 16 demo and I can honestly say this game got me double bricked up. I'm talking hard as a prosthetic leg. This mess is the real deal. I'm not even gonna hold you. Now a lot of y'all will say pause, but I say resume. This game is what we all expected and more. Just off the demo, I am so impressed by this game, man. It exceeded my expectations tremendously. And Square Enix deserves kudos for it because, boy, y'all dropped Forspoken, and that was hot dog water garbage. It gave me ligma. Like, that game was absolutely an offense to general population. That was horrible. But I'm willing to get past it just because of this game right here. Square Enix is on the rebound. So let me tell y'all about this Final Fantasy 16 demo. Going into Final Fantasy 16, I was not really sold on the story. It seemed interesting, but I was not hooked on it. I was more intrigued with the combat, to be honest. But playing this demo, I did not expect them to give us this much story content. Now, the demo is 2 hours, and I would say about an hour of the two is straight cutscenes. Well, not straight all the way through, but, you know, majority cutscenes. And I know a lot of y'all got PTSD from the Order 1886, but I can tell y'all it is not the case with this. Now, the story seems like it is heavily, and I mean heavily influenced by Game of Thrones. Now, I hope, fingers crossed, it does not end like Game of Thrones, because my God, but the story is absolutely insane. I did not see the twist coming in the demo at all. It really threw me off, and it really sold me. I can't wait for this game to drop next week. I really want to see how the story unfolds and how it ends, but it is insane. The boss battles, crazy as hell. Y'all know I'm not a big fan of the QTEs in gaming. I really feel like it's an outdated system and it shouldn't be in any present game, but at least in this game, it's just a one button QTE. It's not a continuous, oh, hit square, then triangle, X, circle to keep the cutscene going. You hit R1 or square once during a cutscene, and then bam, the cutscene just keeps going. Then you go seamlessly back into the combat, which is a great feeling. But the boss battles are definitely next level. Another thing I really love about this demo is that it's showing you why the game is rated M. What do I mean by that? A lot of games get the M rating slapped on this cover just because it's strong language. Or maybe partial nudity when it's not really partial nudity. It's nothing out of the ordinary. With this game, these harlots is freaky as hell. The blood and gore is insane. That's what I like. Show me why this game is for adults. Definitely might not seem like a big deal to a lot of people, but something like that, I like that a lot. Now, I did have very few gripes with the demo, but it all made sense when Square Enix came out and addressed it. Now, the frames was dropping quite a bit. Trying to play at 60 frames per second. I was playing on performance mode. I never play on the graphics mode or whatever. So it was dropping, wasn't holding a strong 60 frames. It kept dropping, probably like 40 or whatever. But Square Enix came out and confirmed what I already thought. This was a very early build. In fact, I think they showed us the levels in the trailer like early last year or whatever. So it made sense. But another thing I did not like was what I like to call the Kingdom Hearts effect. Now, y'all know in Kingdom Hearts, the attack button, it doesn't feel responsive. It's not responsive. I kind of feel like that's what's going on with Final Fantasy 16. These crazy attacks or whatever, they're not really responsive. I don't really feel like I'm fighting or anything. I'm not getting a real good response. It just feels like I'm pressing buttons and they're happening on screen, which to a lot of people, it won't bother them. It's bothering me a tad bit. I kind of got used to it, but I would hope the final build has more oomph to it because the moves and combos in this game are insane. So I just want a little response time, just a little bit, just a little feedback. That's all I'm asking for. But to continue on the combos, the game's combat is absolutely crazy. The Devil May Cry combat director lended a hand, helped with the Final Fantasy 16 combat, and you can tell it has very, very strong Devil May Cry vibes to it, and I love it. The different combo routes you can go to, the magic is crazy. Now, I wished in the demo they gave us a lot more skills that were already unlocked, because in the beginning you're just kind of doing like, you know, the bread and butter stuff. It's nothing fancy or whatever. And later on you can unlock certain skills. So the bag is deep with Final Fantasy 16. If anybody was wondering, there is huge combo potentials with this game. The skills are dope. I love the different variations with the magic and everything. So I'm really looking forward to the combat. That's what really sold me on FS16 the most. If you have not played this demo, I highly recommend you do. They give you a lot from the game itself. It's not no small 20-minute sample or nothing. No, this is a 2-hour experience. You get a lot of story and you get a lot of combat. So you can make your judgment if you want to spend $70 on it or not. In my honest opinion, I think Sony has another hit and Square Enix is rebounding crazy. Sony always has amazing exclusives. They really don't fumble their exclusives too much, except, I mean, Forspoken. But I don't think anybody expect that to be like up there with God of War and Ratchet and Clank or anything. I think this game is going to do absolutely amazing. This game and Spider-Man 2 are going to be fighting neck and neck for Game of the Year. I don't see any other game coming close to these two. Now, hopefully I'm right. I don't want to come back on a review or something and then I got to put the clown makeup on or anything and be looking like Heath Ledger or something. I don't want to be looking like a clown. So I'm going to stand firm on this statement. This game will most likely be the best game of the year. But let me know what y'all think. Did y'all play the demo, or are y'all going to buy Final Fantasy 16? Do y'all think it's worth the 70 bones? And that's just my initial thoughts on the game. I don't want to take up y'all time too much. Just get straight to the point. This game is going to be great. So if you made it to the end of the video, thank you so much for the support. Hit that like and subscribe button. It'll help your boy out tremendously. And I'll catch you on the next video. Peace.